Hello everyone. So some fantastic news coming out of Samsung this morning. The Galaxy S3 Jelly Bean update is now rolling out. It will be rolling out to international phones first. That means generally European customers and Asian customers will be getting the update more quickly than the Americans. Sorry guys, as usual it's down to your carriers to actually get on and approve the latest update, and then you will get it pushed down to your phones. If you have an international handset, keep your eye on the Keys Update software on your PC, and at some point, if you keep hitting that check button, you are going to get the update. It looks like the UK is going to get it on Wednesday, so tomorrow, if you're watching this video on Tuesday, obviously. So, most importantly, what is new if you're a current Samsung Galaxy S3 owner and you've not been keeping up with the Jelly Bean party, as it were, where we've been playing with all of the leaks over the last couple of months. Jelly Bean is effectively the latest update to the Android operating system. What Google have done is completely broken down the operating system again into its component parts and rebuilt large chunks of it. One such piece is known as Project Butter. And the idea there was to make the whole operating system feel a lot more fluid when you're opening applications, moving between applications, and generally the way everything transitions. So you can see here, this is a standard Samsung Galaxy S3 running Jelly Bean. And if you compare this to your S3 running Ice Cream Sandwich, you'll see that these animations are much more snappy. When you're moving through menus, everything is a lot quicker. Some small lag there when you move between the widgets and the app drawer, but it's not massive. Everything will generally feel quite a bit quicker. You see the speed at which Chrome opened there. It's much faster and more responsive than you'll have seen on Ice Cream Sandwich, which tends to have a slight stutter at times when it's moving backwards and forwards. Also new is the notifications drawer. Any application which is using the new notification system will get an enhanced viewpoint in here. So for instance, if you're using photo upload on Google+, the actual image you've just uploaded will appear in here as a big image, and you can then hit a share button if you want to directly from in notifications. You also have access to your brightness controls in here. Some of you may have received this as an over-the-air update for Ice Cream Sandwich. They added it in as a little feature to make life a bit easier for people, and it does make a big difference. Let's just draw that back down. Oops. You also have your standard set of shortcuts at the top there, and you can get into your settings from there as well. Coming into settings, this has probably seen the largest number of changes from a user functionality point of view. You've now got many more options here, and things broken down a little bit more logically really. So at the top here, all your usual bits and pieces, and also your more settings where you can turn on NFC and S-Beam. Keys via Wi-Fi is in there as well. You've got home screen mode for people who don't really want all of the massive numbers of features that the Android home screens can give. You can actually drop it now into an easier to use basic mode, and they've made that a little bit easier to get hold of, dropping it into there. Blocking mode allows you to disable incoming calls and specific information that you don't want at certain times. Battery is nice and available there, as is power saving the app manager. They haven't moved. But lock screen, security and location services. Before, these were kind of hidden or not very logical. Now it appears under personal information. Lock screen used to be hidden in security, but now it's nice and available there. You can go in and you've got all of your different lock screen options available. Swipe, motion, etc. Face unlock. Backup and reset. Also, all of your accounts now are split out separately. You don't have to go into an account, into the general accounts and then go through and see all of your different syncs. Each of your accounts for various services you use now appear under this accounts option. You can go in and you can then tweak the level of syncing that you want, and other account-based settings. Very quick and easy to use. Motion control is now down here in system. I think it was buried somewhere before. I never actually used motion, to be honest with you. You've got accessories there as well. Now, if you are like me and you don't do S-Voice, because I don't, all you need to do is long press here, and you can then bring up this quick tray. So this one will remove any of your running applications. This one here will bring you into your applications RAM storage settings. As you can see here, You gain quite a bit more memory under Jelly Bean than you will have under Ice Cream Sandwich, allowing you to run more applications simultaneously before the system has to start either shutting down or pausing background tasks. Storage, your downloaded apps so you can quickly uninstall things, and any apps that are actively running. But also, if you long press and hit the center button, that will bring you into Google Now, which will show you basic card information. When you first load Google Now, it will give you a run through and ask if you want to enable all of the settings for it. Go for it. It's well worth it. And then you can get access to this screen. You will automatically always get the weather, but then you've got access to the quick search button, which will put you into Now. What is the capital of England? Let me try that again without half talking. What is the capital of England? There you go. London. And you can then get access to a full set of search results there if you want to. If we now go back into the cards, there are sample cards and everything from sport, traffic, public transport and flights. And what the system will do is it ties into your Google account and learns as you kind of start using the service. So for instance, if it knows you've got an appointment, it will automatically tell you before you set off what the traffic is like and direct you to the nearest public transport. If you happen to be stood at a bus stop, it will let you know when the next bus is coming along, and if the bus has been delayed for some reason, it will reroute you and provide extra information. It's all about context effectively with Google Now. Again, flights, sports, your next appointment, even doing translation, currency, time to get you back home if you're in different time zones, all very useful. Effectively, it's like a Siri on steroids, because it's powered by your data, not just a question and answer service. It's much more immediate, and it actually makes sense when you're trying to use it, because it's actually anticipating what you need, rather than you having to go, hey Siri, give me the weather. Well, it tells me the weather because, well, you need to know the weather. Everyone needs to know the weather. Hooray! Probably one of the most user-friendly features they've added for every user is the ability for icons and widgets to now dynamically move when you want to place a new widget or icon. So as you can see, as I'm dragging this clock around, the icons are making room for it wherever I want to put it. So I can just drop it at the top. Likewise, icons now move much more fluidly and logically. All in all, it makes for a much more user-friendly experience in general. A few of the other lesser important features, but just equally as useful. Voice typing now has offline mode, so you can now dictate into your phone, do emails and so on offline, and then as soon as you have an internet connection, out the emails or messages will go. But having that text-to-speech engine... Okay, so that's the Jelly Bean update for the Samsung Galaxy S3. As I say, your device will be getting it over the next week or so if you're international, but most likely the Americans, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, I'm afraid. Go pester your carrier and ask them to get a move on and authorise it for your phone. You're going to have an awful lot of fun with this new update. It's going to make your phone feel incredibly fast. Almost brand new again, in fact, for a phone that's only been on the market for a couple of months. It also means that now anyone who has been doing iPhone 5 tests, probably going to have to redo them, guys. S3 just got a little bit faster again.